Hey, what's up everybody? It's Blazin here and welcome to a Pokemon 6v6. Once again, now we are facing opponent, Ethan. He brings a very OU team. Look at this. He brought Mamoswine, Gengar, Mega-Gengar, Scrafty, Jirachi, Salamence, and Porygon-Z. And I'm here bringing Jumpluff, Dusclops, Medicham, Porygon-Z, the evolved form Porygon-Z, Weezing, and Greninja. My team is pretty much OU and below. I mean UU and below, except for Mega-Medicham and Greninja. But let's just get this started. He obviously has more OU pokes than I do. His team is OU and all that. I just brought Mega-Medicham and Greninja because they're powerful. So Ethan's here with the it's Pangoro hat, yeah. Pangoro hat and blue hoodie. And he leads off with his shiny Mamoswine, and I start off with Jumpluff. I was scared for an Icicle Crash or an Ice Shard coming my way because that really does a lot of damage. But unfortunately, I made a misplay right here. I could have just gone for a Sleep Powder, prevented the Stealth Rocks from getting up, and just Leech Seeded and then switched out. But I guess not. So we're both gonna miss right now. Let's go into my Weezing, and we're both gonna miss he's gonna miss his Icicle Crash. I'm gonna miss my Will-O-Wisp. Hold on. And and on the second turn, we do the same thing. Icicle Crash, crash. And I go for the Will-O-Wisp, and we hit this time. Hooray! I would have been upset if he hit and then I missed. I'm gonna get my Black Sledge recovery. He's gonna get burn damage. And due to my physical walliness, that is Weezing. Weezing's my favorite poison type from now on. It is amazing. I mean, eating it up. Look at that. Didn't even bring me down, but he did flinch me, unfortunately. Just Weezing, I've been using him a lot, all the time, battle spot videos. Weezing's just amazing, honestly. So, Frost Mammoth's just gonna take more burn damage, eat its leftovers and all that, while I'm eating Black Sludge. That's okay for poison types to eat Black Sludge, because that gives them health. So he goes for another Icicle Crash. He's just going for flinches, I guess. I don't like how low he's going to bring me down with those Icicle Crashes, though, even though they're not doing much of anything. I go for the pain split, bring him down even lower to health and bring me up health, you know. Let's share our pain, friend. I'm hurting, and you're not, so let's share the pain so we're both really hurt. But you're going to be hurting more than I am. The Frost Mammoth's going to go for an Icicle Crash, he avoids, and I go for Sludge Bomb because Thunderbolt does not hit ground types, obviously. That's my other move. I have Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, Thunderbolt, and then Sludge Bomb. I guess, even though both ground types, even though when I face up against ground types, which I do a lot against, yeah, that's what I do. I send Weezing out against ground types, and I can't hit them really hard with much of anything except for Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, Death. So this part of the match, it's 7 turns in, and we're both stalling out. My Weezing's gonna get really low health. No, his Mamoswine's at low health. My Weezing's pretty nice at 97 HP. Well, now 106. Nice and 106 health. And he dies to burn finally, 7 turns later. So Mamoswine goes down. He's the first to lose that poke. And next he sends in Jirachi. I'm like, I might as well just Will-O-Wisp this thing, even though it's Serene Grace flinching attacks. So he hits that Zen Headbutt and flinches me, and I'm like, oh, well, sorry Weezing, you're not gonna do much of anything but it's death fodder. So I switch out Weezing. I didn't want to take a Zen Headbutt. I go right into Greninja to eat it up. You know why he eats it up? Because it doesn't affect him. No, he goes for Wish. Never mind. I thought, yeah, he wished this turn. I could have stayed in with Weezing one more time, got the Will-O-Wisp off, and then left. Or I even could have gone for Pain Split right there. But I decided to go into Greninja to predict his Zen Headbutt again. But yeah, he wished. And the wish got wasted after I just kill him with a Dark Pulse. Easy mode. Next he sends in the shiny Scrafty. Boop, and that can just like bot me with a Drain Punch, so I just send in Dusclops. Even though he's dark and fighting, I expected the fighting type move, obviously. The pressure. So he goes for the Drain Punch, doesn't affect me, and I decided to stay in, even though he's gonna crunch me right now. I am Eviolite and bulky. Yeah, I could have died if I didn't have Eviolite. I'm mostly specially defensive. I don't know why I sent it in this, because Weezing was way too low to send in on a Scrafty, no matter what. Even though it's my best physical wall. I get the burn off, that's all that matters, that's all I want to do with Dusclops, I can't stay in again. Next I send in my Jumpluff. Jumpluff's gonna just gonna take a lot of damage through the Stealth Rocks, and this crunch is gonna really hurt. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. My poor Jumpluff. And he's gonna restore more with a Shell Bell. He's Shell Bell Scrafty, not bad. Even though people run like Leftovers or Assault Vest Scrafty. So I send in Jumpluff, attract this beautiful, beautiful Leprechaun Scrafty. I'm just kidding. So just gotta attract him. You just gotta make him love you. That's the whole point of battling. You make your other Pokemon make the opponent's Pokemon love you. You just gotta make him love. Just gotta spread the love. So he doesn't want to deal with burn attractingness. So he goes into Porygon, which is gonna download and get an attack rise, because that truly matters to a special attacker. So I get the Leech Seed off. I'm gonna slowly drain health away from this Porygon-2. Now the reason why Porygon-2 is really OU is because Porygon-2 Eviolite is super, super bulky. I fought many of those before. I ran a Porygon-2. Yeah, I ran a Porygon-2, but now I run Porygon-Z, because Porygon-2 is just way too stupid. Stupidly broken. So, after I Leech Seed him, I put him to sleep, because I don't want to deal with him Ice Beaming me. I wanted to see if I can stay in against the Porygon-2, so I go for the Acrobatics, and it does nothing. See, look, eating it up. I could have really stalled this Porygon-2 out, honestly, but I decided, oh god, I don't want to take an Ice Beam to the face from this thing, because those things really hurt your team. They hurt a lot. So next comes in a Dusclops. I send in Dusclops just to rest up on the Sleeping Quack. Sleeping Porygon-2. Sorry, LeQuack. I like that name for Porygon-2. Why didn't he name it LeQuack? Blue LeQuack. That wouldn't fit, maybe, but still. So I'm gonna get health from the Leech Seed. He's asleep. He can't hurt me with anything. He goes for recover, wakes up and recovers. God, I wish I can do that fast. Just get like, I'm asleep. I'm in so much pain. Let me recover. Nah, but as he wakes up and recovers, I fall asleep to recover. Nice and Dusclops. Nice sleeps. All this long turning. We're stalling out. He has a really stally team. And I fortunately have a stally team as well. He goes for the Ice Beam, and I'm just eating that up all day and night. I'm sleeping like, did I feel a bug bite me? So Porygon-2 obviously can't hit me with its stab, because I do not get hit with normal type moves, and I can't hit him with my stab, even though it wouldn't even do anything. My ghosts don't affect normals, and normals don't affect ghosts. So he decides to go into Scrafty here. And that's bad. Even though he's burned and he can't do much to me, he's still a Scrafty. And Scrafties can do a lot of work. So I wake up, I go for the Shadow Sneak. I don't know why I went for Shadow Sneak, I just did. Like, that does so little damage. So he goes for Dragon Dance. I'm like, oh no, I'm screwed. I'm Screwdowski if I don't do something about this super fast. Oh lord. So he takes more burn damage. So do I risk Dusclops, or do I just send in Weezing to kill it? Yeah, Weezing just has to die right here, unfortunately. Take a crunch, unfortunately. Blah, I'm sorry, Weezing. I love you. So Weezing had to go down. I didn't want Dusclops to go down to a crunch. And now he's back at neutral with the +1 Dragon Dance and the Moxie boost. But he's slowly dying to burn. That's what I want. I want you to die to burn. But I wasn't liking where, like, if I sacrifice more Pokemon to the Scrafty, the less chance I have to win. So I'm like, Greninja, let's hope you outspeed after a +1. I'll help you outspeed a +1 Scrafty. Blah blah blah. And I do. And just kill it with an Ice Beam. Get it out of here. And I don't have many more switches into Greninja. So because I'm dying to Life Orb. And in comes King Nappy, the shiny Gengar. And in comes the banned Pokemon, the Mega-Gengar. The reason why Mega-Gengar is so banned, it is a very good special attacker with Shadow Tag. You can't really use it. It's very bad. You can play around with it, of course, obviously. Like, I just killed it with an Extra Sensory, no problem. Extra Sensory was a bad choice. I could have gone for, like, Dark Pulse. Would have been a lot better, but still. I wanted an Extra Sensory just to surprise him. And his second to last, and he only has 2 Pokemon left. He has Porygon-Z and then his background Salamence, and I think that's it. So I obviously cannot touch, probably, this Porygon-Z with anything Greninja has. So I send in Dusclops to burn, Toxic, whatever I want to it. Because Dusclops is going to eat up anything Porygon-Z does, no matter what. We might be both Eviolite Pokemon, but I think Dusclops has an edge, even though it's like it's UU. Eviolite Dusclops is UU. See, like, the Signal Beam is not going to do anything. Eating it up, that was like 7 damage. Just eating it up. And I go for the Toxic. Yeah, nice and Toxic Porygon-Z. Obviously, he can recover and all that, but still. Toxic's gonna take his damage. I can rest up anytime I want. Go for the Shadow Sneak, just to see what he can do. I didn't want to switch anything in on an attack, though. So I was like, I can stay here with Dusclops and do anything I wanted. So Porygon-Z is just gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna deal with it, friend. Just gotta deal with it. So he switches out, guessing he didn't want to deal with it, and he sends in Naroth, the Salamence. He has a lot of shiny Pokemon, oh my lord. You don't need that many shinies, bruh. Especially if they ain't working well for you. So, I predicted him to recover off of the Porygon, so I just switched into Medicham. It's the only thing that can touch it with a super effective Drain Punch. So I do Mega Evolve, become Mega-Medicham, most OU Mega, I think. Pretty much. And amazingly, Mega-Medicham's just gonna eat up this Earthquake. And I Ice Punch it, I just punch the shiz out of this Salamence, and it was Rocky Helmet, believe it or not. So, yeah, just bet all my cards out right there. Mega-Medicham just coming through for me real quick. And then his last Pokemon is his Porygon-Z, which is super bulk, but it can't take a Drain Punch from a Mega-Medicham for its life. Boosh! And I get all my health back. Down goes the Porygon, hopefully. Yep, down goes the Porygon. And this battle is ending with a 5-0. I only lost my Weezing, amazingly. This was a great battle. Thank you, Ethan, for the battle. Yeah, I didn't even need to use my Porygon-Z, but I just had it in the background. It can take out a lot, anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I'ma see you later.